to mention all of the prophecies that he fulfilled, his writings would assume impossible dimensions. There's just too many of them. But we can begin to get an idea of just how many he fulfilled and how specific they get. There is no doubt that Baha'u'llah is the one whose coming was foretold in the Bible. And that's primarily what we're going to be talking about here. Griga is basically a Bible-oriented line here. Usually the line represents history. This line right here with the J represents Jesus. This is where Jesus appeared. So this is where our calendar starts. We're in the year 1997 right now. You go back here, and there was Moses. No one knows exactly when Moses lived, but he lived sometime well over 1,000 years before the time that Jesus lived. You go back over here also, there's the prophet Zoroaster. Zoroaster was a prophet in Persia who also lived about 1,000 years before Jesus. 600 years after Jesus, there appeared the prophet named Muhammad. And then, of course, in the 1844 era, there appeared the Bab and Baha'u'llah. So the question that many Christians ask is, are there any prophecies in the Bible, or any prophecies in the religion, of the prophecies of the world's religions, which point to 1844, or which point to the 1844 time period? And the answer, of course, is yes. Now, if you look at some of the books that contain the prophecies, these are books like the Book of Daniel, the 24th chapter of Matthew, 24th chapter of Matthew, Daniel, the Book of Revelation. No, I'm fine. I'll just hold it. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as I can. But there are some secrets, I suppose, or tricks to understanding the prophecies. For example, in the book of Daniel, it talks about a prophecy that says 70 weeks. 70 weeks. So, to understand, we know that days can equal years in prophecy, so let's assume that this is 490 years. Okay. And let's try to figure out what they're talking about here. So 70 weeks are appointed, or in this sense, it's 490 years, from the date of the decree to rebuild Jerusalem. Those of you who know Jewish history know that after Moses gave his teachings, about the 6th century BC, 676 BC specifically, an empire came down. It's talking about the decree to rebuild Jerusalem. And the decree to rebuild Jerusalem, according to Abdu'l-Baha, was given in 457 BC. So what the prophecy is saying is 70 weeks are appointed from the date of the decree to rebuild Jerusalem, then shall Messiah be cut off. So we take 490 years, we begin at 457 BC, you count forward 490 years, and it brings us to the year 33 or 34 AD. The calendar really didn't match ours, so it's sometime right in there. So what the prophecy is saying is the Messiah will be cut off, or he will be killed, in about the year 33 or 34 AD. This proves that the prophet Daniel foretold the death of Jesus hundreds of years before it happened. Now, at the same time, Jesus, in the 24th chapter of Matthew, when he was asked, when will be the sign of your return, the sign of the return of the presence of God, and of the end of this age, Jesus said, take a look at the abomination of desolation prophecy of Daniel, the prophet Daniel. If you want to find this, it's in Matthew 24, verse 14. Of course, we know the days can equal years, so this is actually 2,300 years.
Is that
Jesus was asked,
copy of the materials here. We have, well, I have a copier at the office, and it's not working so well, no? You have to constantly punch it one by one. But I'm thinking that maybe we could have at least one booklet per family, you know, and we could do it bit by bit, you know, so that it doesn't really come over so great that I'm using the resources at work directly, you know, for this sort of thing. But I think that if we take it bit by bit, you know, like maybe, you know, take that particular portion on I Am the Way, and we'll present that, you know, as we come together to study.
Thank you once more, God.
Thank you.
I will
That will be great.
Ano saan? Kapag siguro,
Ay, cable other PM?
I don't know.
That will be okay?
Yeah.
2 o'clock will be... You drop out at the hour?
Alright, it was like this. I was actually not asleep. Guys, turn on 2 times and asleep. And I just felt myself being lifted up. Like somebody playing on it on my arm like that, kicking me. But I think that he, right? So I was just saying like, cool off, you know, but everything right, he said, you know, to come out good like my bottom leg twist. Everything right, he said, no, to come out the character, right? So I started to fire thing, I said like, cool off, man, I'm tired, you know, like, well, I'll make you wait till tomorrow, make you play, you know. As I feel like I play, they want to play this hour in the night. Don't know, I heard like, he holla something, right? And all of a sudden I end up, they lay down back in the hammer, but I actually made it up. You know? What? I made it lay down in the hammock first. And I feel like, no man, I feel like people actually pick me up out of, when said that in 2 years come pick me up, right? What?
Oh my God.
I thought these 2 guys come and pick me up.
But you mean to say you saw him up?
No, him in a bed. They in a room, he in a room, and me one in the hall. You know, hammock. You understand?
What?
But I feel like then they play with me. And it wasn't like that. When he called, then I just kind of end up in there. Well, from there I just lay down on the floor and said, well, no more that. Too much of my thing now.
So you are lucky.
I know. But I feel like somebody actually back me. It feels alright. I feel like somebody actually backed me. And at the same time, they play on my arm, they're like tickling it.
I also wonder if Mark's going to speak at Homecoming tonight.
I'm going to start on the floor.
I think we'll start him out on the floor tonight.
Normally when I don't eat that, you just take siesta, rub my belly. James, you don't want to know how I'm laughing. I don't want to know. Anyhow, this story I like from before time, right? You know what I call before time, like how Sharon Mr. Will. So long, you know, Mr. Ellis, right? Yeah, like them before time story there. Right? We had this lady, this old lady, I come up with the granddaughter, right? Constant flower, but she was such a beautiful little girl, you know. Sexy and everything, but Granny Doa, she had control over all the animals in the forest, right? Because, you know, like the scenario is that they live. Just this cottage and Granny Doa and Constant Flower, but she don't know her name, she just call her Granny or whatever. But promise on the day you learn the name, then you're free if you go do what you want about the place, right? Anyhow, one day Granny Doa get up, put on the calabash, and gone a farm and left Constant Flower, you know. Now Constant Flower, she won't go around the animals and go ask them. But this lady there, you know, nobody no want to tell her, you know. But more and more they grow up, you get kind of juicier and Crab, he likes you a long time, so Crab say, well, yes, I want to tell you where this lady name. Boom! The lady named the Granny Doa. Bam, Constant Flower run home now happy because they know he got freedom. Otherwise the Granny come here and just put that name for her. Granny Doa come home now, the afternoon tired, you know. Step in there. Evening the Constant Flower. Aye, alright, Granny Doa. Ah! You're gonna like that. Where you get that name from? And now I tell you. The Granny Doa say, well, she want to find out for your own self. Slap her back a calabash with the stick, man. Fine. First one they meet now, the leaf fox, the least like one they feel like that fox, right? You fox, that you can tell can sunflower say her name granny doa. Fox said, no granny doa. That no me can tell can sunflower say your name granny doa. Granny doa boy put like going on the circle among the trod through. Not an animal. Say make I check this cock here. You cock, that you can tell can sunflower say her name granny doa. Got me the pick, you know. No man, no granny doa. That no me can tell can sunflower say your name granny doa. Trod tree to go from animal to animal now. Crab no say on the coast, so everything. What? What she do, you know, that I was there? You know? Hunting round. And then the two guys stick and calabash my head, you know. Boy, my guy try that. You know, guys want to go from one animal to the next, you know. What is going on? Boom, no, last one he come, crab can't go no more, right? Crab there by the whole boy Johnson, he said, well, make sure I check this thing. Grand was saying, he did the drift back. You crab, yeah, first one I take his stick. You crab, that you can tell can sunflower say her name granny doa. No crab can't say, he said, boy, don't check with everybody, but I'm still try while he lies. No, I bite the chamber, right? No, granny doa. That me can tell can sunflower say your name granny doa. Granny doa say, have to be you, man. No more animal left than you. Crab back up, boy. Going by who no can should be stick there. You crab, that you can tell can sunflower say her name granny doa. My crab's favorite I give up like. Granny doa. That me can tell can sunflower say your name granny doa. Must you feel like you can get to a try go in there, hold point granny doa, take out the calabash, whop it my back, lash, you know. Well, now before this, crab never used to get back, right? So now anytime you see a crab with a back, that granny doa, calabash, right? And the moral to the story is, you're not the gossip, you know, because they think I'll catch you might be crab, they walk back way.
That's a bad thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you know, it kind of just fits in. I mean, you know how long we know. Do you want me in there, or I'm not?
You could come right ahead. You could come right
out
ahead.
of the picture.
Okay.
You could come right ahead.
Smile. She is smiling.
Yeah, nice juice. The National Spiritual Assembly came here one day to attend meetings, and I made juice for them out of this.
I want to smell it. I can pull one and smell it.
Yes, sure. I mean, of course.
Tell me that again now.
Yes, this tree, it's called kumquat. I brought the seeds from the yard of the Universal House of Justice in Haifa, Israel. And I planted it here. It's called kumquat. It has been bearing for about 2 years now. It's kind of bitter and sour.
I don't want to even taste it. All I want to do is smell it.
Taste it, shall we?
I'm afraid if you don't tell me it's sour and bitter, I imagine that.
It's nice juice.
Everything wrong.
Watch for it, right? But I don't taste it.
What it smells like.
Spray some from please. Next time.
It is a medicinal herb to us, you know. We call it the gengweyo. You know, it is used to clear up the lines of the male, you know, the urinary tract and so forth. This is what we use. This is what we drink. It takes out the cold, the excess cold in the system.
Where the plant name?
Gengweyo.
Gengweyo. What part is it?
It smells just like almost like Vicks or Bengabasa.
Alcohol too.
Okay, we must smell it. We might lose the smell by tomorrow, Joe.
This is a different variety of cowpeas, you know. This is the red variety, you know. And over there we have the white variety, but all are black eye. So I'm planting this to get more seeds out of it. Just to spray these beans from the bugs, and if you come a little further, you will see what I cook them with, how I make it. Just look at this, and you will see what is in there.
Onion,
Yep.
garlic.
Yep, that's all. And I spray my plants with it.
With onion and garlic.
Yeah. And it keeps away the bugs.
Keeps away the bugs?
Yeah, keeps away the bugs.
So just boil it in water?
Yes.
No, but it's like where they claim that garlic is the #1 antibiotic. You understand?
Yeah.
It's serious.
So just cut it up, boil it, and you spray it?
Yep. And I spray. That's how you smell it.
God, you learn some good things.
Yeah, but it's something funny. You have a lot of conchas in your house, and you just take one head of garlic, and you wipe it on the table. No conchas fish on it. Alright.
Smell like an even drink. Then you strain it, no?
Yeah, strain it.
So you could go to your spray
so
tank.
You could go through the tips, you know, very easy.
So this is the only chemical.
But you got
garlic and onions.
You got a spray tank, right?
Yeah, I have a spray tank.
Because we have a farm, you know.
Yeah, no.
That's it.
One variety of arcade beans.
You just cook it in our pot with water.
This is one variety.
Red bile. So with all the skin you cook it, no?
Yeah, everything. I just cut it up.
Red arcade beans.
That's a one variety of arcade beans. I have the marking for it over there. I got the seeds from agricultural department, right? They give me 3 different varieties for it. Come and see the next variety, Sharon. This is another variety of arcade. See the difference?
What's that for this one?
So the one you usually eat, right, I believe.
Yep.
They look kind of
Foreign.
pink.
Yeah. That's what it's like. This one is smaller, that one bigger.
This is not a bottle or something. So they look so artificial.
My wife had bought some for cooking. And then she had about £1 remaining. That was not sufficient for cooking again. So she had it lying down in the house. So I said, okay, I'll take this bean and make a cooking out of it. At least one cooking, you know. So I planted it.
This
Now,
is another type.
yeah, these are pink beans.
But that's young yet, no?
You know, it's just
I want to get color.
just to start to bear. I'm just see one a while ago, you know. See this?
Okay.
These are just to start to shoot buds. You know, these were planted
Where you
later.
plant beans, eh? You dig the hole and push in the beans?
Yep.
That's all?
I use one line. You know, see the line over there? Right, so make it come straight. 18 by 6 inches apart from each bean, and then the rows at 18 inches apart. This is another variety which I've harvested already, which was 1 pound for trial, pinto beans. Right? Now
Actually, I like black eye beans.
I have most of them at home. But this was not the color of the beans, of the seed that I planted. The seed that I planted was kind of brownish, reddish brownish, and then with stripes. But then it comes white with stripes on it now. It comes different. Oh.
Do they add at the end and so much variety with this?
Yep, now you can see the stripes on these. Oh.
One day they had to fly there. What?
This is a farm, Sharon. You see?
Yeah.
Now you can see the stripes.
Now you appreciate the base.
Now these are the same variety as these pinto beans. It's a 10 pounds of pinto bean seeds right here.
Real plant.
Yeah.
How much per hole? 1 per hole?
2 and 3 per hole. 2 and 3. You see how you want to look over there? Look. And with that same onion and garlic, that I spray the leaves with to make it.
How often?
Depends. Right?
You do it budding yourself. You could help me, man. The last time you buy a pound of seeds, $65. And the seeds never good.
Really?
But they chance me. I never know.
I mean about the
The plant.
Keep it strong. Leave it for 12 days before you. When you cut it off, when you take it off, if it's still green, you left it, put it there, then after that you flip off the original head. Then you let the bud come up.
And I like one they call string beans.
Yeah, I love
Eat
that.
it with rice.
Yeah, cool.
And my plant must be about 3,000, you know what, a cocoa. Me and my brother then.
Yeah. Some are sweet, some are sour.
Oh, God, it's,
Try them.
I want 2 or 3.
You have a knife?
No.
We have a knife in that vehicle when you come. Everything have different varieties, right? They have marine sweet, they have the sweet ara, they have the bluebird, they have the yellow cassava, or conian, and they have the ordinary yellow cassava, then they have the Panamanian, you know. All different varieties of sweet cassava. But these are all pigeon, gungo beans, what do they call it? The pigeon peas they call it, no? Oh yeah, pigeon peas. All of it. I was doing it as a cover crop. It puts nitrogen, it adds nitrogen into the soil, right? So this is why we were doing this, you know. I was supported to do it by Cartier from Costa Rica, the agricultural school from Costa Rica. They brought the seeds for me and I just planted. It's falling to pieces now. I need to build another one. Now, these are another type of beans in here. Now, I'm doing this as a cover crop also, you know. Dr. Alvarez brought the seeds for me in order to suppress the grass, the weeds, and likewise to add nitrogen into the soil, you know. So you keep down the weeds, you kill out the weeds, and you also add nitrogen into the soil. So this is the reason why you see all in here bushy with this type of beans. What I need to do over this weekend now is get my children to bring them down from the trees and just control the growth, you know, before I put bush hogging there again some other time. You know.
You normally pay to make the bush and come.
It's good for livestock feed. Right. You see how it crippled the grass there?
Feed your hog and son, no?
Yeah.
So those some beans you're putting in the ground too?
Yep. And just go wild like this.
That's why you look on the plant base.
And it isn't just weeds growing there like that. It is a type of weed that is putting more nitrogen into the soil.
For you too?
Yeah, we soon reach there. But anyway, you heard about provision bark?
Yeah.
That is the tree. Right?
So that's the
The bark is good for
cool.
sickle cell. You know, you draw that for your tea, and it's good for your blood. Mango like that, and it's of a very good texture, right?
So where breed this?
Originally, I got it from the seed of a grafted mango, which I didn't intend to plant it. You see, my original camp was over there when I started, you know.
How many acres you have?
So, 20 acres, but now I have cultivated about 11, you know. Now, I got it from a seed from Brother Cam Beren's farm, originally Cambodiana, all right? Grafted Cambodiana. But the fruit still comes like Cambodiana, but it comes with a better texture, more durable texture than the one at Brother Cam's farm.
I hope make it bloom this time. Nobody can look for mango.
First time it is giving fruit.
Can you some PG thing or no?
The red one or the ripe one, no?
Yeah.
It's kind of tough yet, though. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Bird don't pick it, it's good.
Oh.
Once the bird pick it, it's good.
First time it is bearing. First time. I have a lot more small. My first bridge was from over the side. This is the first bridge. Right over the side there, I had my first bridge. Because over there, I got my first camp. See up all that cherry tree there?
Yeah.
Right by that cashew tree. Right there, I got my first camp. This is the first piece of land I cut down. Where all the coconuts in there. Yeah. First piece, about 4 tasks, half acre. The name of this plant is some antibacterial. I had 2, but my neighbor burned them down, right? Must be one day where they come up. Now this is the second time it is giving fruit. These are the fruit. They are used for cakes, I suppose.
That's spicy?
And something similar to this, some besima.
Once I smell it, I will know that one.
But it's not spice.
No. You can put it in cakes.
Yeah, something for fruit and cakes or something.
I don't know that. It's a crab right here.
Give me 2 bags of cassava this morning. 2 cassava.
2 bags?
Yeah.
I feel proud of you.
Oh, I sold them to the marketing board. This whole area had on the right. Whole area. And along the edges, where the bulb pile, alone planting, yampi, and yams. Out of the northern side. I call this area Salibia. There is a place in Dominica, a disputed area by the Caribs there. you know. So it's named Salivia, so I named the place after.
Salivia for because it's disputed.
No, not because it is disputed, because I love the name. You know, I love the name Salivia, and it is connected to my relatives in Dominica. You know, so I give it the name Salivia. You see all that clean spot there? Now we call it the Diggy and Pile. Yeah. So you see me come here, before we start to dig and peel, and you see bushing out, bro. Yams and yam peel right along the edges there.